So you want to make games, no? I hold a bold assumption that everybody has at least once thought about making a video game. If you are in this particular mindset right now and also don't know how to actually make a first move, then this video is for you. I won't lie to you by saying it is plain easy. It is quite a sophisticated matter. However, if executed correctly, it may be fulfilling and rewarding. But how does the actual process look like? Let's take a dive into the pool of details. As any piece of software, there is someone with a vision to make a game. This game idea is written down with elaborate explanation of every piece of content it will include. Such a document is called a game design document. It discusses literally everything, from the plot, the world, characters, enemies, NPCs, mechanics, sound, graphics, and much more. Depending on the size of the project, it may be 1 page long or even a thick book. For those interested, several popular games have their initial game design documents released, such as BioShock and Doom. The GDD is then used by a project manager in a game studio to provide a plan to make a game. The studio developers work commonly in teams on various items from the development plan. Each person is given a different piece, and those are later combined into bigger chunks of the project. In this regard, making a game is no different to any other piece of software in regards of the development. The main difference, however, is the scope of work. In a game studio, there are people working not only on writing the code, i.e. programming, but also graphic designers, 2D artists, 3D modelers, sound designers, music composers, playtesters, and of course people responsible for product campaigns. Some studios, because of that, are pretty dense in population. Others prefer to outsource the work and use third-party assets. Exploring cases can go even further to finding situations where everything is done or organized and provided by one person. They are called solo game developers, and recently, more and more often, donning the title of indie game developers. Indie standing for independent, of course. One particular cause is that the tools used to make games became available for even those who are completely new to the computer science, rendering everybody a possibly future game developer. Particularly the game engine market is now rich with free-to-use game engines, such as Unity 3D, one of the most popular choices, rich in options, for easy development of both 2D and 3D projects and employing C# programming language. Unreal Engine, more powerful and thus more potent than Unity, yet a bit harder to master, and also using C++ as a primary coding language. Godot, or Godot, depending on the pronunciation, a pretty new player designed to be extremely easy for total beginners while providing full potential to create advanced games, both 2D and 3D. Game Maker Studio 2, easy to use game engine optimal for making smaller projects of 2D games. Availability of game engines and rich support of community allows for indie game devs to achieve full releases. Most notable mentions are Stardew Valley, Spelunky, or Undertale. Minecraft was also created by one person. However, its developer, Marcus Persson, simply wrote it in Java without using any game engine. So hey, that's also a way to make games and make you earn billions in the process. Okay, but you want to make games, and now you know that you need to choose a game engine. But what is actually a game engine? Well, it is basically a program that guides the computer on how to display graphics, UI, play music and sounds, handle user input and everything else. Every game engine does those things in a particular and unique way, depending on its own source code. For example, experience of playing Skyrim and Witcher 3 is completely different, although the genres are very similar. On the other hand, oddly, Skyrim and Fallout 3 are very much alike due to the fact that Bethesda are using the same game engine for both titles. It is a common strategy for big studios to make their own game engine that is tailored for their franchises. Lone game developers, on the other hand, can also achieve great results with available free engines. If you're completely new to game development, then probably Godot and Game Maker Studio 2 are the good choices. Unreal is quite robust and can prove discouraging for newcomers. I personally started with Unity and C#, having just a tiny experience in Java and stick to it for almost 3 years now, so my personal recommendations lays with Unity. I am mentioning this game engine for one particular reason. Should you want to start your game making journey right now, I invite you to follow a series of videos explaining how to make your first game using exactly said Unity and C#. The course is available here on my channel for free and has no initial requirements, as all the coding and designing will be explained from the scratches. Don't worry, I got your back. Having said that, I would like to conclude this introductory video. I hope that now you are a bit familiar with the origin of games and how to make one. Once again, I invite you to the game making course and also suggest that you check other videos on my channel, such as learning programming in C# and others. Okay, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for new videos. Cheers!